Hi, I am Raghunath from Inner Valley Works, working as a software developer. In this video, we're gonna see how to connect the Google Sheets from SFTP Cloud Server and Salesforce through Xplenty tool. We can register the SFTP server through sftpcloud.io and it is a free version only. Its validity for 7 days. After registrations, that SFTP cloud will be like this. We have to create a new SFTP instance. So by clicking that new SFTP instance, it will ask the locations, you prefer any locations, and your instance will be created. Give a instance name. I have been created test SFTP as a new instance. Here I have that user credentials. By clicking that connection details, we have those all user credentials like host name, username, password and port. So we can connect by using these credentials. By using these connection details, we can connect the SFTP server via Xplenty tool. In Salesforce, I have created an object called register. And I have been created a fields like first name, last name and date and total hours. Like the similar way, in Excel sheet, I have created a first name, last name, date and total hours as dummy records, and I'll created some dummy records here. So these are all the records I am going to insert from this Excel sheet to the Salesforce register object by using a tool called Xplenty. Now we can see how to make a connections for SFTP Cloud and Salesforce through Xplenty tool. So while register, we have to first register in Xplenty. After that, your dashboard will be like this. And this is the connections tool. Here you have to connect first new connection. So in this new connections, I have been taken that secure file transfer protocol. So we know the credentials, right? SFTP cloud. So I have given the credentials here by using testing SFTP. See, here I have been used that password authentication method. Here we have password authentication method and also public key authentication method. In this SFTP server cloud, we have a password. So I have been taken that password authentication. In some cases, if they have been given any file, we have to take that public key authentication for SFTP server. So here in these connections, I have given the credentials like username, password, host name and port as we seen in the SFTP cloud here. So I have been given that connection here SFTP. So after giving this SFTP details, you have to give test connections to check whether it has been connected or not. Here it says that yeah, its test has been successfully connected. So like that, we have to connect the Salesforce also. So by giving new connections, so we have to give Salesforce here. So it will ask whether it has been environment has been a production or sandbox. You have to first give it as a sandbox for testing purposes. So I have given the sandbox and I give that authentications to allow, and I have been connected the Salesforce also. Here we have that testing Salesforce, right? So I have connected the testing Salesforce and also I have been connected that SFTP cloud server also. Now we can see how to connect the SFTP server and Salesforce Before that, we have to see how the file has been uploaded in the SFTP server. For that purpose, I am using a tool called FileZilla. So in the left side, we have some. It's our system files. So in the downloads, I have that testing sheet SFTP sheet, which I have been showed you previously. This is the testing sheets I have been downloaded. So I have taken that SFTP and I have been uploaded it through the SFTP server. So I have been connected here, that SFTP server. In the right side place, I have been uploaded that file to the SFTP server. So here in that SFTP server, in the file manager, I have created a directory called testing, and inside that testing directory, I have uploaded the file called testing sheet SFTP sheet 1. So this is the downloaded file. So that first name, last name, date, total hours, and those credentials and those records, Rahul, James, Suresh, and Ajay and all. So I have uploaded through FileZilla tool. So now let's see how to connect the SFTP cloud server Excel sheet and how to insert the records into the Salesforce. For that, we have to create one packages called, we have to create one new package like, so I have been created connect SFTP to Salesforce. So how to connect? We have to give a package by the name. I have given the name as connect SFTP to Salesforce, and the type is a data flow. Template should be a blank template. After creating a package, we have to add a component called file storage. See, by clicking the add component, we have a component called file storage. So in this file storage, we have to first give an input connections, where I have been given that testing SFTP, that is an SFTP server. That connections we have been already seen that. So I have given that choose input connections here. In the source, we have to give the path of the sheet where we have been uploaded in the SFTP cloud. How to take the path means, in this SFTP cloud, click that sheet, double click, we have the path here. We just copy the path and just paste it here. So we have given the source path and give next. So in this schema, so what are all the fields we have been given in the Excel sheets that will be come here. That is first name, last name, date, and her total hours, and the total table records has been displayed here. So 4 records we have been given. Those 4 records have been selected here. So from the Excel sheet, through Xplenty tool, we have been taken those records from the SFTP cloud server. Next, we have to add a component called select component. Like the way we have been selected through SQL server, we can give the command like select. Like the similar way, we have to add a component called select, and we have to fill for what are all the variables. But that is, these are the first name, last name, date, and total hours in the Excel sheet. So like we have to give some alias symbol for that, just like an assume it in a variable. So first name, last name, date, and total hours. So and you have to click that preview to see all those records has been allocated for the same alias. You can give as first underscore name or else anything, but that first name, last name, date, and total hours for the alias that variables should be assigned to that records. So after giving select, we have to add another component called Salesforce in the destinations. So we have clicked that Salesforce, and in the Salesforce connections we have been done already. We have to give the credentials details. Here it asks choose the target connections, where we can already give the connections like testing Salesforce, and we have connected that choose target connections. Click next, and you have to define your destination properties into the Salesforce. So we have a target object called register. As I already said, the register is a custom object I have been created for testing purpose. Here the operation types, we have an insert, upset, update and delete. We can do whatever the operations we needed. Upsert is for both update and insert operations. So here we are going to do only insert operations. So I have taken the operation type as an insert only, and I click next. Now I map the input into the target table columns. So here that input field, the first name, last name, date and total hours is everything that we have been assigned in the variable as allies in the select columns. So here in this destination fields, we have that register field names. These are all called API names. So and we have to fill those API names here. So in this destination fields. So while clicking that object itself, it will automatically displays what are all the fields regarding to that registered objects. So these are all the first name, last name, date and total hours. So we have to give the respective input field to the destination field, and then we have to click save. After save, you have to give a quick save and run the job. Save and run the job. After you click that save and run the job, you can go to the jobs. You can go to the jobs to see the status of the jobs. What are all the jobs runs here? So here the status has been completed, and we can now see that in this registered objects that 4 records has been inserted. We have see Ajay, James, Rahul and Suresh as per the record in the Excel sheets. So finally, the all records has been inserted from SFTP Cloud Server Google Sheets to the Salesforce through Xplenty tool. Thank you.